Hey guys, so I wanted to do a review on the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, which is Urban Decay's new high definition makeup. I'm in the shade 5.0. They base their foundations on if you're 0.0, that means you're yellow based. If you're 0.5 of anything, it means it's more pink based. So if you're looking for colors, that's how you tell. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory on the fact that it's an HD foundation. I would definitely say that it is a buildable coverage, especially on like pimples and stuff. It doesn't really cover the redness too much on the actual active pimple. I'm going to apply it on. I don't have any makeup on my face right now. I'm going to put it on, at least so that you guys can see it. The brush that Urban Decay made as like a saying you should buy this with this is the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush, which is just a dense, slightly dome-shaped brush, synthetic. So I was unsure on how I felt about this foundation, and I was like, I'm going to wear this strictly just this foundation for a week to 2 weeks and see how it goes. It's like a typical, for me I have oily skin, so it's a typical, after a while my face does get oily in it. I do have to blot my face, but unfortunately I pretty much have to blot my face with every foundation. There's just certain ones that I have to blot more, there are certain ones that I have to blot my face more with than others. Or ones that I get oily in easily than others. I'd say this was an in-between spectrum of it makes my face disgusting or it keeps my face matte. It's definitely was in between for me. And it's expected because this is something that's for all skin types, and it's not necessarily something that's going to be for oily skin. So it has to work for drier skins too. So I wore it strictly, I would say, for about 2 weeks now. If I was going to wear makeup, I put this on. And the biggest concern for me is I noticed that my face was starting to break out. And I was like, maybe it's because, you know, hormonal, or I'm, you know, getting close to the time of the month or whatever. You know, I'm just going to keep trying it and see what happens. And at this point, I am just totally convinced that it's this foundation. I have lots of little pimples all over my face, but also have bigger ones. I have a big one here, 2 big ones here, 1 here. So I have the big one, and I also have the little ones, because usually if I'm going to break out, I'll get the big ones. I usually don't get the little ones, and I even have ones over here on the side of my face, and I do not break out over there. So I'm convinced that this is causing me to break out. I also looked it up online to see if other people were complaining that it was breaking them out, and a few people on reviews, like on the Sephora site and Ulta site, were saying that it broke them out as well. So Unfortunately, I wanted to like this foundation. However, if it breaks me out, it's not really ideal for me, and I will be returning it. So if you're worrying about acne issues, if you're acne prone, maybe get a sample of it before you buy it. But I would say, other than that, if you don't have issues with breaking out, this foundation actually probably work for you really well. So I'm going to zoom in on my face, because unfortunately with all the lights that I have on, it kind of blurs my face that you can't really see the acne on camera, unfortunately. So I'm going to try and zoom in. Let me see how well I can do this here. So yeah, you can definitely see the really big one right there. As you can see right here, like I have a lot of little ones right here, like even down here. Up here on my chin, 2 big ones. I have one right here, and you can see the little ones. Let me see. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see these over here since it's kind of shadowed out. But I have one right here, and I have little ones, like I can feel the little ones right here. Same thing with my forehead. You can see little ones on my forehead. Especially right there. All the little ones on my forehead. And over here. So yeah, just like different shadowings, you can see how I just have lots of little ones all over my face. So yeah, as you can tell, my face, up until this point, for the past couple of months has actually been looking really, really good. So when I started breaking out, it kind of shot up red flags that it was something that I was doing differently, which was wearing this. So I'm actually going to put it on for you guys just so that you can see. I mean, my face is already broken out, and I'm going to wash it off when I am done this video anyway. So as you can see, it's a pump. And what I've been doing, because I don't feel like getting foundation all over my fingers recently, instead of like blotting it on like this, I've just been pouring it on the brush like this and stippling it all over like this. So normally I always set my makeup with a powder. I have to, it helps control the oil a little bit better. But I'm just going to show you what my face looks like with just this so you can actually like see the coverage. So this is what it looks like with just one application. The redness is definitely cut, especially on the pimply areas. However, when I look in the mirror, I can still see the redness. Like I said, I don't know how well with the lighting and stuff you're going to be able to tell. Especially down here, I feel like you can definitely still see that it's red. So yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. And I'm going to try and cover the pimples up with putting the foundation on my finger and blotting it on. Which actually does tend to work to a degree. So yeah, this is the finished product. I bet this pimple here is huge. Alright, huge. But yeah, it does, well, I think a pretty good job. I mean, I like the coverage of the foundation. I think it's a pretty good foundation. It just breaks me out. So the redness looks better after I just blotted it on. However, I feel like have to put concealer on it because in real life, it definitely looks red. That is my thoughts and feelings on the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.